Buffalo Bills signing Ike Bucker changes their approach for this 2023 NFL Draft. And in this video, I'm going to prove to you just that. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. Ike Bucker signs back with the Buffalo Bills, solidifying some positions here on this offensive line. And I think we need to take a look at this whole entire offensive line group to see whether the Buffalo Bills should draft a guard or really, I'm going to prove to you, maybe a tackle that could play tackle and guard. So I think this definitely changes the 2023 NFL Draft approach by the Buffalo Bills. Ike Bucker re-signs playing left guard. That is his position. Going back in 2020, 2021, he was slotted at left guard for the Buffalo Bills. Now, we didn't have Ike last year. We really didn't have him due to being on IR and going on injury the season before. We signed Roger Saffold to play left guard next to Dion Dawkins. So what is happening here? The Buffalo Bills in 2023 basically just replaced Roger Saffold with Ike Bucker at left guard. And we all know that Ryan Bates is still here, a starter at right guard for Bills Mafia last year. And it's statistically taking a look at it, Pro Football Focus has Ryan Bates rated higher in play than Spencer Brown at the right tackle spot. And also, I know a lot of people don't see this name very often, but Greg Mance, who was signed last year by the Buffalo Bills, is a center on this team, but he has experience playing guard, left guard, right guard, and center. So he is basically already that swing guard center on the Buffalo Bills if there is an injury to Ike Bucker or Ryan Bates. Now, there are some depth pieces that we need at guard still, but eyeing it up, the more valuable position in this year's NFL Draft, I think, is trying to solidify that right tackle spot, bringing in competition to Spencer Brown. Often last year, Spencer Brown got beat. He's a third-round pick. He's very long. He has such extreme high potential with Spencer Brown. But the fact of the matter is we need more out of that right tackle spot. The Buffalo Bills are a passing team. Josh Allen got hit, and he got laid out too often out of that right tackle position. And I think the Bills could definitely be eyeing up and changing their approach in this year's NFL Draft due to the signing of Ike Bucker and due to the fact that we have Greg Mance being able to swing and play both guard positions. Yes, we have Spencer Brown at right tackle, and we have Tommy Doyle, also another former draft pick by the Buffalo Bills, at right tackle. My thought here is that we really won't be able to bring in a player that's going to outperform Ryan Bates or Ike Bucker at the guard spot. Will we be able to draft a rookie to outplay Spencer Brown at the right tackle spot? I think it's very possible that we could do that. But at the very least, they're bringing in competition. We're going to bring out the most of Spencer Brown. We're going to bring out the most of whoever we draft at that position. Plus, that rookie will have to be cross-faceted across this offensive line. I expect this tackle that we bring in to either be a swing tackle or a guy that has played tackle and guard. And I think it's very important to have a player like that in case a Dion Dawkins goes down. Spencer Brown is fully capable, I think, of swinging over and playing left tackle, or whoever this rookie that we bring in could at least do that. So I think that's absolutely huge. This definitely changes the approach for the 2023 Buffalo Bills. And, you know, there's a bunch of players on this team that Bills Mafia we refuse to even talk about. Brandon Beane is making these under-the-radar moves. And, I mean, how often do we see these under-the-radar players come to Buffalo and excel? Just look at Jordan Poyer. Look at Micah Hyde. You know, you look at the players that we bring here, they seem to ball out. And, you know, not to get into it too much, but there is a player that we just signed, Zane Anderson, as safety. I'm telling you, in my next video, we're going to be discussing it. Zane Anderson could very well be the next Jordan Poyer. And I think that's very, very possible. Are the Buffalo Bills done making moves in free agency for this offensive line? We don't know. We don't know. Brandon Beane said he would even like to add back Roger Saffold, another interior guard. So this really opens the door for the Buffalo Bills drafting a tackle in this year's NFL Draft. I know all the discussions of Osiris Torrance, many other guards in this draft, but I think Brandon Beane could very well draft a tackle. I don't believe this tackle will be in the first round. I think there's going to be some extra talent there for Bills Mafia. I'm definitely eyeing up wide receiver at this point. I think Jackson Smith-Njigba is a great player. Drew Sanders, linebacker, would be a great player if we don't bring back Tremaine Edmunds. I discussed this in my previous video. One area of continuity during the McDermott era in Carolina with our new defensive assistant, Al Holcomb, who was the linebacker coach in Carolina. One consistent area on that Carolina Panthers from frickin' 2011 all the way until 2017 was the linebacker spot. You know, Thomas Davis, Shaq Thompson, and Luke Kuechly were there. You know, they were built. So I think there is a priority here to bring back Tremaine Edmunds to the Buffalo Bills over Jordan Poyer. You know, I think we could do what we did with Jordan Poyer, find another guy in free agency, and I think that guy is definitely going to be Zane Anderson. But when taking a look at that linebacker spot for Bills Mafia, I think priority one is to bring back Tremaine Edmunds. You know, Chris Brown, Steve Tasker, everyone does not think we're going to be able to do that because of how young he is and everything that he's showed to this point. You know, Buffalo Bills, we paid Josh Allen, we have Stephon Diggs, we've allocated some money around, right? And I don't know if we're going to be able to get Tremaine Edmunds back. But again, Drew Sanders is a guy I'm eyeing up for his replacement in this year's NFL draft, a guy that could very well be drafted at 27th overall. Jackson Smith-Njigba, another guy that could very well be drafted at 27th overall. These are very possible things. If both those players are gone by the Buffalo Bills pick at 27, or if we're unable to trade up for one of those guys, I'm really starting to think that maybe offensive tackle would be a wise decision. Bring in that competition to Spencer Brown. Pro Football Focus rated him one of the worst right tackles in the NFL. We don't need that. We need to protect our guy, Josh Allen, our franchise. You see the money allocated to him. You see how this offense works. Passing that ball. Josh Allen needs pass protection. It is ultra important to solidify that. And again, competition brings out the best. Bringing in competition to Spencer Brown would bring out the best of that position. Even Tommy Doyle, maybe we bump one of those guys into guard as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. I'm trying to bring you some intriguing insight to the Buffalo Bills, doing some deep digging research with all this. There's a lot of draft prospects, so pay attention to my future video, the potential of trading up, the replacement of Jordan Poyer being Zane Anderson, and so much more. So I hope you guys truly enjoyed this. Leave me comments too. Leave me any feedback, how I can improve. If you like this style of video, just let me know. I'm not going to take offense to it. Let's go Bills Mafia. Check you guys soon. Go Bills. Peace.